Hi guys, welcome back to a Dofus Temporis update video. Today I'm going to be showing you and going through pretty much the update since last episode and where we are. So it's been 2 days since our last video, and that's why I'm trying to keep a relatively consistent update following 2 days per update video. So let's talk about where we are. So in terms of level, we're sitting at about 143. Now I must add, I am not leeching. I am not highly against it. I just think that there was a specific leeching method in Sakai, for instance, which was overrun on this server, which was ridiculous. And it has been patched today, which is the 14th of April. So I'm quite glad that it's been patched because it was kind of being abused. I mean, I understand that this is a temporary server and people want to rush to, level 200, etc. But it's just, you can definitely level up easily enough by just following the achievements and doing the quests. It might seem a bit endless and boring, but you got to do it eventually anyways. So achievement points, we're sitting at about 3006k, which is pretty decent. I have been trying to do as much as I can. So if we look on the guild, for instance, obviously you can see the level usually matches how many achievements they have. So like Predator, for instance, who is absolutely smashing it at the moment. He's level 183 and he's got 6,000 achievements. Bearing in mind we've got a 184 with 4,000 achievements, so it does basically just base that around, has somebody just been focusing heavily on XP while someone else also been focusing on achievements as well. And from that I can pretty much gather that Predator has just been going for them achievements, and that's where he's got his XP from. It's something that I'm trying to do as well, hence why I'm kind of like a lowish level for, where everyone else is currently. But I think, to be fair, I'm kind of like mid-level at the moment, which is pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. Profession-wise, I haven't really leveled up any professions much. We got Handyman to level 140 to craft the Penguin keys. Do want to get back to level 200 so we can get Ryan Eatles, but it's just one of them things where, if it happens, it happens. The set, which I went through last episode, is still exactly the same. We've just changed up the cosmetics again. I know, I can't stop, but I think I'm not going to be changing up a lot in the future. This pet, this Mimisimbic, is gorgeous. I think I absolutely love it. Now the reason why I changed my colours to match the pet is because this pet is about 100,000 Colosokens, which is going to be ridiculous to get in the main servers such as Echo or Lizale. So I thought, you know what, let's try it out on this server and let's make it our main pet. In terms of progress for what we're going to be doing in the future, so my goal is to probably go Strength Int. Now the reason being is because it utilises a lot of our characteristics. So we have got the Dragon Daggers, which we can actually remain using if we go Strength Int. We have the AP Shield, which gives crit and crit damage, which is nice. And yeah, it just opens PVM up a lot more. So I have bought some items which I think are going to sit well within the new set. The goal is to get to around level 151. Yeah, there it is, 151 for the full set. So we'll quickly go into what set we're going to be building, and hopefully within the next 2 days I should be at that level. So the main purpose of a set would be to utilise some spells. The spells being Explosive Arrow, which is ridiculously, I wouldn't say overpowered, but it is quite strong for its level. I think it's 157. It's quite expensive at the moment, sitting at around 300k I believe from the time of recording this. It is dropped by the Amakna Castle Rat dungeon, which I haven't actually done yet. So when I do that dungeon, I could potentially get an Explosive Arrow, which would be quite nice to get. It's quite rare to get, but we do have the Karmas if we do need to buy it. And we are a few levels off it anyway, so I'm not really rushing for it. Another thing is at 150 we get Aegis, which is a really good PVM spell. It essentially is a summon that directs damage from you to the present. If the ally is present within the glyph area, then that damage is taken by the Aegis rather than yourself, which is really nice. Zenith, good spell to have. I think I've learned that. We have got Concentration, which we can actually use now, so I'm actually going to use that while leveling up because it is quite strong. If we equip a nice combo would be actually if we have Concentration and we get rid of Lashing, and then we put Presence on as well. Just want to try this combo out quickly. So Burning Glyph, that's another nice PVM spell to have. I do have one, but I think it's for sale at the moment, so I'll probably take it off and use it myself. But yeah, it's a really good PVM item to have. Burning Stroke again for the Fire Steel, and then we've also got Storm as well. So there's a lot of spells which I can utilise by going Strength in. The only downside is I'm going to have only 10 spell slots available. So which spells would I be using? Obviously being two sides of elements can be quite difficult, especially when this server is only allowing you to have 10 spells. But I think there's ways around it. I could even keep this strength set I've got now, which is pretty decent. I'm really happy with it. This is going to be a nice set which could last me up to like level 180, 190. But I could also make an intelligence set as well and just keep swapping between the two. The downside to that would be if I got into a fight and obviously, I don't know, it was very mismatched, like say a PvP or an alliance or a Perceptor fight or anything like that, and I needed to switch, you know, builds, then if I have that sort of strength and intelligence, I have the option to go both. So it's not, you know, it's not a big scenario based incident, but it's something that you kind of can think about. Maybe going strength and maybe going in is a good option. You know, having two sets would be nice. We have been accumulating the karmas up nicely, so I could potentially do that. I mean, who knows? The update will happen within 2 days, so we'll see what happens. Let's actually check out the damage on this combo that I want to try out. So presence is 2 to 5, I believe. Yeah, 2 to 5 range, so we can actually hit that purse pot. So the combo I was on about is going to be Wheel Fortune with presence. We've got 8 AP. Now if we use Sulfide, which is a really nice spell, as you can see, it buffs your melee damage by 15%. Now I think it actually takes away the presence one, and then we concentration twice. Now the reason why concentration is a really good spell for an Echo Flip is because of the passive that Echo Flips have, which is by every single crit we actually increase power by 50. So having a 2 AP spell is ridiculously, I would say, overpowered in a sense, because if I use presence twice, I've got 4 concentrations I can use. So if I use it twice on, I can even use it once if I crit. Okay, so I use it twice on this guy, and then I can use it twice on this one as well. And obviously that could be a potential of up to, you know, 4 crits, which is essentially an extra 200% power. Storm, an amazing spell, can't go wrong with that. But yeah, presence is really good, especially for these close quarter combat fights. And yeah, concentration is really good, so I think I'm going to keep that on the hotbar for a bit, because we can use it 3 times per target. Sweet, so that's pretty good. What I'm doing now is I'm currently at the Enyarado, just doing some quests, but what we'll do is we'll quickly shoot off to Brakmar, and I'll update you on the mount situation. So obviously while doing Emerald Dofus you need to actually breed 2 mounts. You have to capture 5 mounts, I believe. You have to give 3 of them to, what's her name? Let's have a look. You have to give 3 of them to Edamaga. And so there we go, you have to give her a wild ginger, a wild almond and a wild golden. And then you have to teach how to mount tame, so that's by capturing her out. Then you have to teach her how to breed, which I have done, which I'll show you in a second. And then we have to teach her how to give birth. So by doing this, you just literally have to do that yourself and get the achievement. By getting the achievements, which are located in the achievement tab, under breeding, you can kind of see that capturing your first 3 dragon turkeys will give you an achievement. After you've got that achievement, it will basically start off that sort of quest line initiation. The second bit is here, so whenever we breed the dragon turkey, which we have actually done, it will come up here saying which one we have breeded, or bred, sorry. So I did have 2 goldens, and I managed to get them up, which kind of took a long time. Currently my mount is pregnant, which is good, so 28 hours. I believe it can take up to 3 days for her to give birth, but yeah, just keep her in the shed and she will give birth. After she's given birth, you'll get an achievement, or you'll get a step towards the achievement. As soon as she's given birth, you can go to Edamaga, I believe she's called. So if we go to our Havenbag, and we go to Bonta, and I believe she's 1 left from the creature market. Let's just double check. Or 1 right, sorry. So yeah, go to the creature market in Bonta, you go 1 right, and here she is. There we go. So because I have actually bred 2 mounts together, meaning that one of mine is pregnant, I can update that side of a mission. So as you can see, we just need to teach her how to give birth. So I just need to wait. As you can see, I haven't really brought any little dragon turkeys into the world. It's a miracle they survived. So that's all we've got to wait for, and then we can continue the Emerald Dofus quest, which shouldn't be too hard. Updates on the Crimson Dofus, which is something I'm also going for as well. We are on this quest line, which I believe is quest 4 or quest 5 in the Crimson. We need to get the tablet. Well, that's quite a lengthy process. So the tablet is combined of 5 pieces. I've got 2 of them already. They are used in the assembling a legendary treasure, I believe it is. Let's have a look. There we go. So this one, yeah. So when we get 5 of these fragments, we get the tablet, which is one of the pieces needed for the Crimson Dofus. Easy ways to get these tablets is by accumulating 4,000 rows of sand. Now, when you trade 4,000 rows of sand to this little Enetruff, where is he? Oh, he was here. I think he's downstairs, maybe. Okay, I don't know where he's gone. There was a little Enetruff that you could trade with. 4,000 rows of sand. Now, I think he might actually be here. I'm confused. Okay. So, maybe it's this woman? No. Oh, but you can get release, which is quite cheap, to be honest. So yeah, rows of sands are used to basically get the tablets. Now, I don't know where or how I cannot buy them anymore. I mean, it did say I could have bought them beforehand. But when you get all 5 pieces of the tablet, you can essentially just craft the Totokama's tablet, and then it just obviously updates the quest. We've got the golden milk. I think we need the tot string as well, so I'll probably do that today. And the powder as well. So we've got quite a bit to go on now. We are up to the Minotaur dungeon on the Dungeons and Yet More Dungeons quest line, so that's really good. We're up to Dramak Theatre on that one, so we could probably do 2 of them dungeons and smash out some levels. For the Turquoise Dofus, we've still got to do Soft Oak, but again, it is a tough dungeon, so I'm going to wait until I get a few more people to help me with that. But yeah, there's not much else I can update you guys with. I think I'm just waiting on my mount to breed to continue with Emerald. And yeah, I'm just continuing leveling up. 10 tokens. Now, I have got the next Griffith, which is this little guy. He's quite nice. Getting ever so close to the 1,900, which is what we need for the shield. But yeah, we've got an accelerating scroll, and then we are ever so close to the 1,300s. Hopefully you have taken some inspiration onto how to obviously get more 10 tokens. I did go over it last episode if you did miss it, but essentially just doing achievements, challenges, wanted notices are always good, but yeah, it's the quests. They give you the most amount. The quests are probably the best to go for. After 25 quests, you will get 40 every single time, which is really nice to have. But I think that only activates after 100. Yeah, so after 100, every 25 you get 40 tokens. So if you go all the way up to 700, you know, that's 5 times however many it is to 700, but it's a ridiculous amount. So definitely go ahead and do some quests. I know it's long, tedious, but it is worth it in the long run. So yeah, it's been quick, it's been short, it's been sweet, but that's everything I've got to update you guys on. One final piece of information is I'm going to be starting a new character on Elizale. Now, that's horror. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's starting all over again. But the reason being is because of this Temporis server, we get to take our XP distributed over to any server of our choosing, and I believe we can take it over to a mono account server. So instead of taking that over to Echo, I'm probably going to take it over to Elizale. Now, if that means I can make an account on Elizale, I can do all the beginning quests. I can get up to say level 50. Obviously off camera, I don't really need to show you guys that process. It's not too difficult. It can just take a few hours grinding. But after Temporis is over, we can take everything over to a server which we feel like we could use that stuff on. So we don't lose all our progress, you know, we kind of get some of it. The big thing is obviously the items we just lose. But that's the idea. We all knew it's a temporal server. We're just going to lose it all regardless. So just have fun. That's what it's about. Just make some memories and get a team together, do some dungeons, and just enjoy yourself. Don't get too worked up and serious about this Temporis server. Make sure you're sleeping well, you're eating healthy, and you're drinking plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Something I always tell everyone. So yeah, Elizale is coming, and I'm very excited for that. So yeah, that's everything from me, guys. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're, hanging in there. But if you need anything, give me a shout, and I'll be sure to reply. Take care.